What's up, everybody? It's your boy Sports PSP in the building. Hope you all enjoying your Friday. Want to talk about some NFL news regarding the Chicago Bears and Justin Fields. Recently, I was watching ESPN's Get Up, and Mike Tannenbaum, the former NFL GM, he had some comments about what he would do regarding Justin Fields. This is what Mike Tannenbaum said about Justin Fields. I would trade Justin Fields, and I'm taking nothing away from him. I think he has a chance to be good. Maybe a top 10 quarterback. But if you can get at least a first and a third round pick, which I believe you can, because so many teams need a quarterback, I'm going to draft Bryce Young, who I think is going to be a better quarterback than Justin Fields. And when I do that and get at least a first and a third round pick, I'm resetting Bryce Young's rookie contract, and I'm going to be able to get at least 4 starting caliber players. So I just read you that exact quote from Mike Tannenbaum. Here's my take. First of all, that's a dumb idea. Now, look, I don't want to be disrespectful to Mike Tannenbaum. I'm not saying he doesn't know football. He's forgotten more about football than I'll ever know. Nevertheless, this is a dumb idea. I'm not trading Justin Fields for Bryce Young. I'm not taking anything away from Bryce Young, former Heisman Trophy winner. And yes, I believe Bryce Young will be the better NFL quarterback than Justin Fields, because coming out of college, Bryce Young is a better passer. And even though he's not Justin Fields as an athlete, Bryce Young is more than athletic enough. That said, I would not put Bryce Young in Chicago. I would not trade Justin Fields. I wouldn't do that. If I have concerns about Justin Fields being behind that O-line and with those weapons, imagine Bryce Young. And the caveat, Justin Fields is 6'3", 228. Bryce Young is 6 feet, 194. The concern with Bryce Young is his size. So imagine him being behind that O-line in Chicago. There are much more problems with Chicago than Justin Fields, even though Justin Fields is not the best passer in the world. Let me read you some of Chicago's numbers this season. Offensively, they are 23rd in team offense. They're last in the NFL in passing offense, and they're also last in scoring offense. However, they're number one as far as rushing offense. They're number one in terms of running the football. And Justin Fields plays an instrumental role. After all, he became the 3rd quarterback in NFL history to rush for 1,000 yards. The first one to do that was Mike Vick in 2006, and then Lamar Jackson in 2019, when he won the MVP unanimously, and then he followed that again in 2020. So Justin Fields is in that category. And when you look at Chicago defensively, they are last in the NFL in team defense. In passing defense, they're 18th. And they're 31st in stopping the run. So based on all those numbers I read, you tell me, is Justin Fields really the problem? Granted, he's not the best passer in the world. He completed a little bit over 60% of his passes. And not only that, I also forgot he was sacked 55 times. He and Russell Wilson were sacked the most this season. Granted, Justin Fields and Russell Wilson do run into a lot of sacks because their game is based on athleticism. That being said, they're behind terrible offensive lines. So if I'm Chicago, they have the number 1 overall pick. If they want to keep the number 1 overall pick and draft Will Anderson Jr. out of Alabama or Jalen Carter out of Georgia, fair enough. But if I'm them, and if I believe Justin Fields is the guy, which I believe he can be, after all, he's 23 years old, he will be 24 in March, and he has a tremendous amount of potential. The best thing for Chicago to do is trade that number 1 overall pick. Give it to a team that is desperate enough to draft a quarterback, and in return, you get yourself multiple draft picks. You use those draft picks and you build around Justin Fields. Get him some help regarding offensive line, wide receivers, defense. Use the same exact blueprint like the Philadelphia Eagles with Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, like Justin Fields, wasn't considered the greatest passer in the world. However, he got significantly better. You know why? Because he put in the time, he put in the effort, and the Eagles surrounded him with talent, such as Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. That's the best way Chicago should handle Justin Fields. Surround him with talent and go from there. Judge him and evaluate him from there. If Justin Fields doesn't live up to the expectations, then and only then you should move on from him. Trade him. You don't cut him. You trade him. If Justin Fields cannot live up to the expectations in year 3 with better circumstances, then Chicago has every right to move on from Justin Fields. But I think you should build enough talent around Justin Fields to help him. That's what I think they should do. It's not that hard. It's not that complicated. Mike Tannenbaum, once again, he's forgotten more about football than I'll ever know. But in this situation, I vehemently disagree. But anyway, those are my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Should Chicago trade Justin Fields for Bryce Young? Should they keep the number 1 overall pick and draft defense? Or should they trade the number 1 pick and in return get multiple draft picks as I recommended? Anyway, it's your boy Sports PSP. Hope you all enjoying the rest of your day, and God bless.